Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go into it a little bit more, and we're going to take you through some of the other aspects of NeXarise, and some of the other leaders are going to come onto this call also, and like I say, give you a lot more information. So with that being said, I'm going to pass you over to the next speaker, who's going to take you through these services that we have on offer at NeXarise. So this is someone who holds the rank of an ETL 500. So if you've seen the compensation plan, you'll understand that that number represents that person's income. He's a leader, he's someone who's very devoted, and he's someone that I closely watch, and I'm always taking notes, I'm always studying to just help and improve myself. He's, like I say, he's a servant leader, and there's not much more I can really add to that. So ladies and gents, I'm going to hand you over to Mr. Nicholas Reynolds. So Nick, good to you.
Great. Good evening. And thanks, Stefan. Fantastic getting started training. It's so important, isn't it, to get off to a good start. You see, we all want to win in business. We all want to have success, but we have to do the right things, and we have to do them in the right order. And I love that diagram at the end, which just shows the simple system of NeXarise. It's a very simple system. And that means that anyone can have success if they're prepared to do the right things, give it time, give it effort, and repeat, repeat, repeat. It's a very simple business. There are some skills, but today we're going to be teaching you more about those skills. My segment is to teach you a bit more detail about the products and services. So let me share my screen. Do put in the chat where you are watching from if you haven't already. It's always good to see the different countries that are represented. I am speaking live from East London in the United Kingdom. We've had a lovely summer here. I know many of you are tuning in from South Africa, Botswana. It's winter time there. That's not so sunny, but your time will soon come. If you could just keep your mics muted, that would be great. We want you to listen carefully to this information. It's going to really, really help you. And if Josh, if you could just assist there, that'd be great. So my name is Nicholas Reynolds, as Stefan said. I'm an Executive Team Leader 500 in NeXarise. I love this business because we have a real possibility to achieve two types of freedom: financial freedom and time freedom. Have you ever met someone that's frustrated with the amount of money they're earning? Or have you ever met anyone who's frustrated because they're always busy, busy, busy? Well, unfortunately, what most people are following is a different system. We've shown you the NeXarise system, but most people are following the system which I used to follow, which was just working a job. I was a school teacher for 10 years and I enjoyed it for the most part, but I only got paid for the hours I worked. And I went into business as a photographer, did it on the side, made some extra money. It certainly wasn't enough money to sustain me. But when a few years back, I was introduced to a book called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki, and it taught me how important it is to have a business. And then I met a mentor who showed me a system that I could follow, and that gentleman was called Mr. Liju Thomas. And today he's the CEO of NeXarise. And with Ahmed Mukhtar and Asad Ali, the three co-founders, we have an amazing opportunity. So I'm excited about the future, and I'm committed to helping as many people as possible to win in this business, because the way we succeed is helping others. As the motto says, it's time to rise. We rise by helping others to rise. So you're here on the call tonight to learn. Let's learn about the portfolio we have. You know, this is important. It's important to learn about the products and services. You don't need to be an expert. We're not here to go and sell. Okay, you don't need to be a complete product expert, because in many cases the products, well, I'll explain, you'll see. But it's good for you to try these services, and it's good for you to know the basics, but you don't have to worry about knowing everything. But when you use the product, you really, really get to know it well. I wonder if you'll be able to guess which of these services I have used and which of these services I have yet to use, like what I teach. Okay, there's just someone keeps unmuting mic, Nassim Mental. If you could just be careful, I think maybe the button's being pressed accidentally. If you could mute your mic, I've just muted it. Joshua, you can keep an eye on that. Great. So let's have a look at the website. This is what the website looks like. Here in the UK, we actually have 10 services. For those of you in other countries, there may not be 10 services, there may be just 5 services. So what we're going to do is talk about the global services first, okay, which is financial trading education, the travel club, web development, SEO, education, identity theft protection. These are available in all 160 plus countries that we are operating in. Bear in mind, NeXarise launched in September 2020. We're nearly 2 years old, okay? And we are now offering these 5 services all around the world. They're digital tech products. There's no physical thing that needs to be shipped. They're online, okay? So let's go through them one by one. The Arise Academy is perhaps our flagship product. This has been really, really popular. And this is a subscription-based service for people that want to learn about trading and Forex. And we've got a new section coming soon, which will be all about crypto and NFTs and blockchain. More about that later on. Now, this is our website. It's been redone, okay? It looks really, really clear. And when you enroll, you get a login and you get a dashboard. You can access the webinars and things. And what I think makes this much better than our previous one is that you now have apps. Before, we've been using Telegram to communicate and to receive signals and trade ideas, but now you'll get an app, okay? And this app will just streamline the process. You can copy and paste, and it'll be easier to place trades. Now, just a quick overview of the pricing. If you look on the top line, you'll see the prices for UK, and on the third line, Latin America and the rest of the world, which includes Africa, okay? And you can see that in the United Kingdom, the basic fee per month is £120. That'll give you 70 business volume, so it gets you qualified, customer qualified, very, very important. And if you're in Africa, and I know we have a number of people here from Africa, it's just $75 US, which gives you 35 business volume. And that also gets you qualified. It's very important to be qualified, and you just need at least one service to give you that 35 business volume there in Africa and 70 in the UK. So that's service number one. The second service is Lifestyle by NeXarise. This is like our very own travel club. You see, everybody loves to travel. I've just come back myself from Italy, and people are always looking for the best deals. This holiday, actually, I stayed with some family, so actually free, even better. But let's have a look at the services. Now, this is quite small. If you're watching from the mobile phone, you're going to have to rotate your screen, maybe landscape, so you can see this better. But let's just have a look at the services. You can see I've put the prices of the packages. These are the UK prices. Now, I haven't looked up the prices for Africa, but roughly there'll be about half these UK figures and in US dollars. Okay, so in Africa, if you subscribe to the basic package, which is the gold, which doesn't give you all of the services, that will be roughly $27, $28. Okay, don't quote me. If you go on the website, you'll scroll down on the homepage. Okay, I've listed the links here. Lifestylebynexarise.com is the actual direct link. But if you're getting a customer, you better make sure not only do they have that link, but they have your business ID number. Otherwise, they won't become your customer if they don't put your ID number in, all right? So basically, everyone gets 24/7 member support. You get enhanced hotel offers. So you get member-only hotel rates. Best price promise. What that means is if you find the same hotel on the same dates, the same room on another website for less, then you just need to email Lifestyle by NeXarise and they will give you the difference, and they'll give you, I think it's 5%, or correct me, Joshua, it's 10% extra just to apologize for the inconvenience. So they're really committing to getting you the best prices on your hotels. You can also get vacation rental deals. You've got $20,000 worth of flight insurance. Every month you accrue hotel credits, and that means you can get even further discounts on hotels. Doctor in a Suitcase is a very handy service. Basically, you let them know when you're traveling, and you get basically direct access to a doctor. So wherever you're going, literally just a phone call away from that doctor. So if you've got some serious medical issues, you want that peace of mind, you basically got that doctor traveling with you, as it were. Private MediJet service is in the unlikelihood, but if you get into some tragic, not tragic situation, but a very life-threatening situation where you need to be airlifted out, or you get injured, you need to be flown home, they will arrange for a private jet to basically pick you up and fly you to where you need to be for the medical attention. Member engagement services. Taste card, this is for the UK. It's a discount card, so you get discounts off food in restaurants and various shopping outlets. Airport lounge access. You know, when you go to these airports, sometimes you have to wait for hours. Sometimes you have to do stopovers and layovers. And if you're just flying economy, you just have to be there with everyone else. And it's crowded. Often you don't get a good seat. And if you do, they're quite uncomfortable. But imagine being like the VIP, go into the business lounge where there's unlimited food and drink, go and have a massage, have a shower, have a sleep, you know, basically travel in a bit more style. Now, the following services that I'm going to mention, you need to be on the executive package. The executive package gets their own personal travel agent that can help you with bookings. You get fast passport and visa service. Virgin Experience Days UK, you can get purchase and get discounts on sort of experience days, like, you know, parachute jumping and driving a sports car around a track. Lots of other experiences. These are great as gifts. A VIP concierge service and worldwide legal assistance. So you can learn more about that by going on the website, but I've just given you a quick summary. So next, identity theft protection. Do you know anybody with a smartphone? Well, most people have a smartphone these days, and guess what? We are all under threat from cybercrime, and it's the fastest growing crime right now, and governments are spending more and more money. Companies are spending more and more money to protect themselves from the hackers and the cyber criminals. Well, what about your own personal data? There's a lot of data that you have on the internet. For example, you have your name, your email, your passport number, social security numbers, addresses, bank details, credit cards. I'm sure most people have been on a website and put their card details in. Well, what happens if that falls into the wrong hands? Well, we have a service that customers can subscribe to, and that gives them peace of mind knowing that their personal data, you basically get a portal. So you go into the website, you create an account, and then you enter your personal details into a secure section, okay? And then NextShield will basically monitor the dark web, the web, to see if any of your numbers come up. They also monitor your social media accounts as well. And I'm a customer of this, and I'll just give you an example. This is a screenshot of my dashboard. Okay, we've got a few members just joining, Joshua and the leaders. If you could just keep an eye on that.
Yes, okay, Nick, don't worry about it.
Great, great, great. I've got my other computer here so I can see what's going on. If anyone wants to put their cameras on, we can see Janoka. Does anyone else want to put your camera on? It's always good to see your smiley faces. And yeah, they alerted me that one of my credit cards had been found on the dark web, and literally they sent me this alert, and I took the action that it said there, which is contact my bank, and they sent me a new bank card. And another thing that came up, an alert, was they found some suspicious activity on my Facebook account. They basically scanned it, and they found a word suicide, and they flagged it up as, is this right? Like talking about suicide. It actually was legitimate. I had actually put a post about suicide rates in the lockdown and stuff, and I was just trying to raise awareness anyway. But it's working. They are scanning. Okay, it's very interesting. It's working. So I'd highly recommend that. And just a bit of information on the prices. I believe these are current here in Europe. I recommend wherever you live, get the yearly plan. Okay, you pay a bigger sum of money up front, but you get more business volume and you get an 8% discount. Okay, so effectively month 13 is effectively free. Okay, so you might as well, you get more business volume, and you want to encourage your customers to do that. And it also means that that's just a better customer, isn't it? Your customer's there for a year. It's better than someone just paying month on month. Okay, so let's have a look at the next global service, Next Education. I mean, this is so close to my heart because I was a teacher. I know how important a good education is. And I think all of us appreciate that, you know, if you want to get ahead in life, a good education is very, very important. It's not the be all and end all. You know, you don't have to have a university degree to get a good job. There are other ways to to climb the ladder, but even people in their jobs need to learn new things. You know, for example, a company needs to train their staff. So who do you know who runs a business? Who do you know who has employees? They could be great customers. I've been on to Next Education, and I took a leadership course and a communication skills course, and you get a certificate at the end when you complete the test. And you can put this into your CV. These are professional courses, they're certified, and we've got 7 UK educational bodies which approve the courses that we have. And coming soon, we have hundreds of other courses, including professional diplomas, even university level MBAs and degrees. And the cost of these will be much less than if you had to travel to the UK to do them. Obviously, we all know that you get international students coming from abroad, they come to UK, but only the most wealthy families can afford to send their children to the UK universities to do their degrees. But now, because of technology, because of the internet, NeXarise are involved in this industry of e-learning, providing professional courses to people around the world. And I think that's really, really exciting. So make sure every single one of you can testify that you have purchased one course, you've completed it, and you've passed, of course, and then you can share your story, okay? And if you look in the compensation plan document, it's now a much larger document. You can see all of the courses listed there, and there's hundreds to choose from. So there's guaranteed there's something for everyone. And the 5th global service, which is available in every country we operate in, is called Tech by NeXarise. And this will be for business customers who need graphic design, website design, they need software development, perhaps they need an app developing. Okay, one of the companies that our tech company designed an app for was a rival of Uber. They wanted a similar system. So can you imagine, the Uber system is a very big system, very complicated. Well, they are able to handle projects as big as that, as well as designing a logo for a business card or a flyer or a website. And they provide all kinds of hosting and SEO, search engine optimization. Companies spend a lot of money because there's one thing to have a good website, and there's another thing to be a good company. But if you're on page 20 of the Google search, not many clicks are going to be coming through to your website. So companies will spend a lot of money to tech companies like ours to get higher up in the rankings, therefore get more customers, make more sales. And so therefore that investment, those costs for SEO, good SEO, are well worth it. So use that. So let's zoom in now on the other services. This is for the UK market. Okay, we have also launched some of these in other European countries. Like I know Italy, there's a big business momentum building there. They have business energy, they have even residential energy, solar energy. It's amazing. But for those of you who are not in these countries, don't switch off at this point, because you can still make money, but you just need to acquire customers from the United Kingdom. So I always encourage you to ask people that you know. Who do you know in the UK? Who do you know? If you don't know anyone, I'm sure someone you know does. And you can also build business in the UK, business partners. And when they get, so let's say you recruit someone in the UK and they purchase, let's say, the trading education, okay, Arise Academy. They'll pay more than what you pay per month in Africa, but also the business volume is bigger. So that is going to help you guys there in Africa to rise up the ranks very, very fast. Imagine you're making money from the UK customers and you're there in South Africa. How cool is that? It's even better that way around. Okay, so let's have a look at these. Business energy, we have a partner. They're an energy broker called LA Supply. And I can give you an example, I'm pleased to say. I'm still waiting for the deal to close, but I'll tell you how I did this. Basically, I had a meeting with my accountant and I asked him, can you put me in touch with the person that pays the energy bills for these buildings? And he said, yes. He gave me the lady's number. I gave her a call, introduced herself, referred by my accountant. He said, I should speak to you. I'm working in partnership with an energy broker called LA Supply, and they pride themselves in saving businesses money on their energy bills. Would you be interested in getting a free quotation? She said, sure. Send me the details. So what I did is I sent her the link to my website and I instructed her just to click on the link, and fill in the form. Just put my name and number and email at the top. I think it's automatically populated actually. And so they filled in the details. I got an email coming through to say that the customer submitted the information and that is now being looked at by LA Supply. And then I had another email today came through from LA Supply saying we received all their documents and we're going to be contacting them. And I let the customer know to expect a phone call, and I gave them the number. So in the next few days, maybe by next week, I'll be able to give you an update on that. But it's a very simple process. I believe this may only be, and we'll have to clarify this later, but I believe this is available for everyone. If you know businesses in the UK, everyone can benefit from this. I think it's the insurance that only people in the UK can acquire the customers. Next Mobile, we partner with O2 and Vodafone. You might have heard of in Africa, Vodacom, it's the same company. And that's something I often say, you know, think about the credibility of a company like that. They're a massive, massive company, and we partner with them, or they have partnered with us, which means they've done their credibility checks. They have concluded that NeXarise is a good, safe, sound, legitimate business. They do business with us, okay? They wouldn't get involved if we were slightly dodgy or there was any suspicion that we were not a legitimate legal enterprise, okay? So that's something that I say, and we have many other companies that you may have come across who also partner with us, okay? Our vision as a company in NeXarise is to become the Amazon of the network marketing. So we're not providing products at the moment, we're providing services. And my favorite part of Next Mobile is that if you get 5 SIM card customers, let's say you're number 1 and then you get 5 more, then the average of those 5 bills will get given to you as a credit. So in effect, you're kind of getting a mobile bill for free, okay? And I have a medium SIM card. I'm just with O2. I have, you know, I pay £20 a month, which was £5 less than what I was paying before, and it's building my business volume. I haven't yet got my 5, but I'm working on it. So that's something there. And also customers, if they want to get their mobile subscription for free, they don't need to join NeXarise. They can just become a customer of Next Mobile through your website. And when they refer 5 other people, they will also get that credit. So that's, and you will get the business volumes. It all adds up, okay? So let's move on to Next Mobile app. You can download the app, and that allows you to make international calls, okay? It's via the internet, and it also means that you can phone landlines. You see, most people use things like WhatsApp and Zoom to make calls, but you can't phone a landline. What if someone doesn't have a mobile, or they're in an area where there isn't the reception or something? You can call landlines as well. And each plan includes 300 minutes free to these international destinations. If you call from a mobile the normal way, you could spend a lot of money on the international calling fees. Okay, so if you make international calls, you'll understand what I mean by that. Then we are involved in improving the security for homes and businesses. This is really, really important. We work with Europe's #1 alarm company called Verisure. They are really growing fast. They've only been in the UK a few years, but they are growing fast. They're even doing TV adverts I've seen, and on Facebook, I've seen their adverts popping up. So they're obviously doing very well if they can spend money in ads, but they partner with companies like NeXarise because we get them customers without them spending money on advertising. And that means that if the customer goes direct through you, they will get a better deal. That's the big selling point. They can go direct to Verisure, but if they go through you, they will guarantee get a better deal, and they'll probably get a better service as well. Okay, so here's just a comparison with some of the other well-known security companies that we have in the UK, ADT and Yale, and you'll see that no matter how good they might be, I'm not here to put those companies down, but they don't provide the full service that Verisure is able to provide. And you can just take a good look at that chart, and also go on Trustpilot. And Trustpilot is an independent review where customers review services, and you'll see, look at their rating. I mean, this rating is probably slightly out of date. This was from a few years ago, but I need to go and look what it is now. That hopefully it's gone up. Anyway, you get the idea. There's a big difference. And then we're nearly at the end of the services training. Homecare with Plus Heat. I've been a customer of them for over a year, and they gave free boiler service. I mean, here's the full information about the plans, what's included. It gives you peace of mind, because if you're here in the UK and something goes wrong in your house, if you're not very handy, you know, what happens if you've got a boiler leak or there's an issue with your plumbing not working? I mean, I had an issue with my boiler. It wasn't switching on. It went on and then it went off, and I didn't know what was going wrong. Anyway, I called them. They sent an engineer in within 24 hours. He checked it out and very quickly diagnosed the problem. It was a simple problem, actually. I'd turned off a lot of the radiators because it was summer. And he says, no, that's forcing the boiler to switch off. You need to turn them back on. So thankfully, I mean, I had a plan where I paid the excess. So I paid a small amount for that. But, you know, if it had been anything worse, whatever it would have costed to fix it, it would have been included in the plan. So this is really good, and they gave me a free boiler service as well. So I recommend that for any homeowners, or even if you're homeowners, because landlords should use it for their, because if you know a landlord, or maybe you're a landlord, the last thing you want is a tenant calling up at 11 o'clock at night saying, I've got a leak, because you got to get out of bed, you got to go down and you got to fix it, or you got to spend a lot of money for an engineer to come out and fix it late at night, you know. And they even operate on Christmas Day, so every day of the year. All right. And then Next Protect, okay. Wealth Max is an FCA regulated company. They basically provide life insurance cover for customers, critical illness cover, income protection, wills and estate planning. And you get a large percentage of the business volume allocated to you, 45% of whatever the customer pays. So for example, a typical customer that maybe takes a life insurance for them, a life insurance for their wife, or the husband, maybe spend £50 each a month, you know, that's £100. So £45 is going to your business volume. A couple of those customers, you're more than qualified, and you will be getting the business volume for a period of 24 months. Just take note of that. Okay. So these are some well-known brands that you might recognize. So there we go. So that's what we have. Now, I had a video that I was meant to play, but I'm going to play at the end because I've actually got the video, but I've hidden it somewhere, and I'm not going to take up time finding it now. But we have a very special announcement, and perhaps at the end of Joshua's segment, I'll make that announcement. It's about the future of NeXarise, but we have an amazing portfolio. It's just going to get better and better and better. But now it gives me great pleasure to hand over to the man with so much